I just got these awesome speakers. I think they were like 3,600 a pair. And I plugged them in, and I was not too thrilled about the bass. What do I do about that, Joe?
Well, depends. Are you into DSP? Do you believe in DSP, or are you a purist? Like, you can't have anything in the signal path. You know what I mean? As pure a signal. Because if you are, then what you get is what you get. You know, I think those are the people who they it's all about breaking. They're just gonna play it for 100 hours, get used to the fact that it doesn't have a lot of bass, and then
I turn up the bass.
Next thing you know, they're like, oh, you know what? The bass really settled in. Sorry, don't mean to offend anybody, but come on.
No, please.
Let's offend change happening. Come on.
I mean,
we can measure those things, right?
The break-in. Is it a story? Is it a theory? The break-in thing just means that your ears have now gotten used to it, and you're like okay with it now. You're like, okay, well, I need to add a sub. I spent almost $4,000. Might as well just put another $500 into a sub. There's
you guys are funny over here. See, you guys understand our sense of humor and our sarcasm. Use cables for equalization. Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's funny.
All about that bass. That's right.
I was listening to the Audio Unleashed podcast. I always say that I like that one. And they're talking about how this one, I don't know who it was specifically, but a guy who used to make speakers, he'd say, hold on, let me break them in real quick. And he'd just push on the woofer a couple times. He's like, all right, that's it. Breaking.
Yeah, there you go.
Done.
Yeah, Chris says I need better cables. Cables for equalization. Yeah.
That's right. You know, that was actually one of the topics here. I said cables matter, right? So cables do matter, but which cables? Probably not speaker cables. Or, I just got some HDMI cables, a 50-foot optical, and it makes a difference because the previous one would glitch out.
Yeah.
Right? There's just not enough. There's too much signal trying to come through, and the data is very easy to mess up. And so in that case, it made a difference. Speaker wire, unless you're getting noise, or I don't know. Speaker wire is a tough one. RCAs, XLRs, yeah.
And wait, those are called interconnects.
They're
not called cables, Joe.
Yeah. Interconnects, yes.
Well, what are they internally connecting? Nothing. There's why don't we call them external connects?
Extra, okay.
Not interconnects, extra connects.
But I think you were trying to set up something with your previous question about what are you doing that doesn't have enough bass. I joked around saying, you can break them in, but really equalization can help out a lot because, depending on this type of speaker, I just unboxed the Arendal 1723s. Really? Towers, THX towers, huge. 4 8s in there.
4 8.
They're big, huh?
4 8. 8 driver.
They say 8s. 4 8s, and you look at them, you're like, this is gonna have some crazy bass, right? And then I listened, and they're good, but it's like, I previously had some Monolith Encore T6s, and they had a lot of bass, and they had 3 6.5s, right? So I looked at the other one, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be way crazier. I'm like, that's about the same, right? About the same amount of bass, and I think it's because Arendal's trying to really focus on being able to play loud and clean. So they sacrificed a little bit of the deep bass extension.
Oh, okay.
But I kind of wanted to see what it could do. I'm like, man, I want to see what they can do. Anyway,
8s. That's a lot of woofer, man.
I know, right?
I had the Klipsch dual 8s, the RP280F had dual 8s. They had a lot of bass, man. They had a lot of bass. So
I guess it's the way they're tuned, right? Do they want bass extension, or are they trying to keep it clean? And I think these guys are just trying to allow it to play clean and loud because of maybe the THX spec. Who knows what that says? Who knows what the requirement is for that? But anyway, I ended up doing magic beans on it and just extending the bass out further. Right? It got more than loud enough here. I didn't need to get any louder. I wanted more bass extension. Right. So tuned it up, magic beans. Oh, crazy difference, right? Like it went from that's cool to like that's cool to oh crap, my garage door is vibrating.
Right.
Yeah, it's a big difference. So I would say definitely if you're willing to sacrifice a little bit of the I don't know, SPL, how loud it can go,
Yeah.
then you can extend the bass.
Did you okay?
Level. You got to be reasonable.
I'm looking at did you do the venting? Did you do the venting? Because I'm looking at this here. I'll toss it up on screen here.
So I tried sealed. I tried it with one port open. It should have the deepest bass extension, which for some reason they don't show on there. It says 2 vents, 3 vents.
2 vents, 34 hertz. 3 vents, 38 hertz. And 1 vent is which one? How low does that go?
I don't know exactly what that's saying. Is that saying 2 vents plugged, maybe? Maybe that's 2 vents. It doesn't say, right? I think it means 2 vents plugged.
No, I think that means 2 open airs. 2 open.
Oh, 2 open. Yeah, because 3 plugged would be the same as sealed.
Sealed, yeah. Come on, Joe.
Okay, so what's interesting, though, it doesn't have the option for 1 vent, but they do have that as an option. That should have the deepest bass extension. But they have this cool manual, by the way, that is really comprehensive. It shows you how to aim it, where's the optimal point. How to use the spikes. It's really cool. I like that they went through the effort to kind of like explain how to get the best possible sound, positioning, toe in, all this stuff. It's actually useful information here. And then one of the things is about the port.
The port, yeah.
Okay. Enclosure tuning. Let's see. If I remove, trying to find the. No, it doesn't. Hold on.
No, Chris Wyndham. See you later, man. Have a good one.
See you later, man. Buddy. Anyway, I'll go through that in my full review. So,
what's up, Poncho?
What's up? What's interesting is they have this. Their surround speaker is a triaxial. So it has the front.
Does that mean tripole?
I don't know. They call it triaxial, maybe tripole.
If axis is there one?
I don't know if it's tripole because
monopole is just a flat one surface.
Right. So it has that, and then it has another speaker on the side that's in phase with the front one.
Okay.
And then it has another speaker on the other side that's out of phase. So I've actually measured it already, and what it seems like, it's almost like taking your surround and turning it so you're off axis. So it's interesting. I'm not sure why you wouldn't just turn your speaker 30 degrees backwards, but it's still interesting. Right.
It's cool to like.
I'm with it all. I like it.
Well,
interesting.
Hold on 1 second. I'm freezing over here. Hang on.
Okay. All right. So anyway, what else? Yeah. Look at this, by the way. So this is the manual for the Arendal 1723, the 8-inch, right? And then the 6-inch has its own, manual. Like, look at it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love it. Anyway,
is that a paper manual? Imagine that. Now,
I know.
It's not a PDF, right?
Yeah, I know. And it's nicely printed. I just appreciate this sort of thing. So I guess I do like physical media when it comes to manuals.
Physical manual. Beefy says that's a tripole, Joe. MNK sells them. Okay. It's the same thing. So that's what they're saying. Hey, Gabe, LZ, what's up, buddy? Provides a diffuse sound field. Chris Wyndham's back. Okay. How are the tacos? You were gone very, very, very quickly.
Well, it's going to be a good day if Chris Wyndham's here. Yeah. That's all I know.
The idea is to create a diffuse rear sound stage with a bit of directionality. Okay. That marketing team knows what's up.
Yeah, it's just funny, though, because I did a measurement of the polar plot, right? So basically, I'm spinning the speaker, and then I'm seeing what the response is all around it. And it's very similar to just taking your speaker and pointing it backwards a little bit. I guess if you have to have a speaker up against the wall, because it does look like it's easy to mount on the wall. So if you need it flush on the wall, but you need the sound to kind of go backwards, that's when I guess you can use something like that. They do have an option on the back to only make it so it's front firing.
So it's monopole.
Yes.
You can make it monopole.
Interesting. I just like different designs. It makes it interesting to measure to see what it's going to do. Yeah, I like
and try it out,
Make sure to join us every Monday for our live stream at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/Daily HiFi.